Hi guys, welcome back to World of Warplanes, and today I'm thinking very short to, give you my personal opinion about this plane, and that it's the BF-109Z, as in Twilling. Well, it's a tier 7. So sure, you may argue that the biggest problem with this game that some tier 7s have the matchmaking +1, which basically means that you will face tier 8s, right? So is this any good plane? Now I would like to say there are pretty good strong features, but also weak features, and I would say the biggest strength about this plane is the damn speed. And you know what, I will compare this plane with jets. But Zerra, this is a propel plane, yep. And you know what, I will compare with ME-262, which is the next plane, you know, the tier 8. Come on, information, alright. And the premium version, the METL, where are you? It's pretty darn strong plane, and this is the plane I want. Come on, information. Now, very short, I would like to say, I comparing a tier 7 plane with jets tier 8s, and sure, firepower, you don't have quite as strong firepower as, let's say, the ME-109 or ME-262, right? You're after all only a tier 7 plane, but there's something sneaky going on, and that is the damn speed. You see, 827. It has higher speed than ME-109, which is this premium version, and it has jets. I repeat, let me put it this way, the biggest strength about this plane, it's actually the speed, and it's pretty darn maneuverable. Okay, airspeed and airspeed. Top speed at sea level 680 without speed boost. If you just don't press anything, don't touch anything, you will always go above 600 kilometers an hour. So you see, maximum dive speed 870, 950 and 950. Top speed, best altitude 825. So you will reach 700 kilometers and sometimes even more. But yeah, you can see here it's broken good. Now I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the fastest tier 7 plane in this game. The downside, it's actually the guns. They are not bad, they are really good, but the problem is that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 let's go for upgrades. 4 20 millimeters, or you can also have those 30 mils guns. Yeah, it's up to your playstyle. Oh man, I did not even have the damn engine. Do I have? Not quite. I highly recommend to have the last engine, because then it'll give you more horsepower and airspeed plus 17, 844. Yeah, it really shines when you have a good pilot. And yeah, what I talk about the guns are not bad. The problem, you guys, this is the biggest problem, they are widespread. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like the other version around, which makes absolutely completely different. All guns are here, guys, and the ME-410, which basically when you burst someone, you're trying to do your heavy, you're more effective to killing small targets, because all your shells are within here, you know, a small circle. And this the other way around, when you're playing this plane, where are you, 109Z, well, it's like a shotgun all over the place. You see how wide it is. But however, I do feel the maneuverability is fantastic, and you are a king of attitude. I mean, the attitude in is just broken good. And what is the attitude? 2,200. You can easily actually come even as high as 3,000. So chasing bombers up in the sky, you are the king, and you will take them ASAP. You're pretty maneuverable versus you know, other planes like the British. So you have pretty okay. You're not, you know, a fighter, but what you're doing, it's the best is boom and zoom plane. That's all I like to say. So yeah, the downside, you see, maneuverability is not bad for a fighter. 500. You only have one bomb only, and sometimes you use it, but you're not a ground attacker. You have this bomb just for flavor, just sometimes. Why you should always play this high in the sky and take everything, you know, the bots and all bombers, everything which is very high, and use your speed and, you know, dive down like a hawk, you know, like an eagle to your prey. That's what you should pray. But in general, the reason I want to say this, guys, that this plane, and I'll talk about another video about this plane, they will be very strong and very important. Your task will completely change the gameplay what you play right now when the German bombers and Soviet bombers line will come. This is one hell of a beast plane to go and chase other bombers, because basically you will, like, you know, just give you an example. My last game I did with this plane, 12,800, and you know, it was not crazy, but what is crazy is 16 planes down. That's a lot, like 8,515 damage. It was a lot of, you know, squads, the bomb squads, so that's the reason it's so damn high. And grand targets did 0. But it is not just bots, it was also humans here, so 16 is pretty impressive points. And I was the best in my team. It's good if you know how to play your heavies. It's the credits, it's alright, not crazy, but it's pretty damn crazy. It's the experience. If you have a good game in rank 1, you get one hell of a experience. And very fast, I like to say, this plane, engine gear, it's a must actually. And over here, because your guns are all over the place, I highly recommend Markman 1. Makes your firing dispersion significantly improved. So yeah, this perk I would not recommend for ME 410, but for this plane, yes. It's the ultimate boom and zoom plane, and it's darn fast. It's climbs like nobody's business, and this is how you're supposed to always go up, 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 up. And when someone is chasing you, go nose down and try to use your speed and just kite away. And then after a pretty significant distance between you and your enemy, you know, loop back and try to hunt him and kill him. And trust me, guys, for the love of God, this is one ridiculous strong plane versus grand attacker, but especially for the bombers. It's really good plane in my book. Absolutely broken, but you need to know the play style, and I do believe here's the most important. Every plane has its own flavor and own game style. Like this, it's more maneuverable than, let's say, BF10Z, and has, of course, in my book, significant better guns, upgrades. Yes, you have a mixed, but 230 and 220, but it really works fine. And I just love the guns. However, this is something important to say. How about the hit points? Hit points 420 versus, no, I compare it with tier 7, 378. Yeah, it's slightly improved because it's after all one tier higher. It's not a whole lot, but you see the airspeed, it's improved. And over here, the gun armament, they're not telling the truth. This is my layout, but if you prefer different guns, sure, you do have these options, guys. Okay, this is wrong plane. You do have the upgrade version that you put, but if you want to put, I urge you to put this one and this one at the same time. So maybe I will try it, maybe, because once you have 2 guns or 4 guns at the same range, it's it's 576. They are same. However, the guns I'm using right now, the stock, has longer effect range, 780. But of course they don't do a whole lot damage like this one. This is a whole lot shorter. So it's up to your play style. I do honestly believe that depend of your play style. You could go, they overheat a whole lot faster, those 30 mils guns, than those 20, and you need to come closer to your enemy. That's the thing. Over here 780, so close to 800 meters away from you, and for enemy, it's for me more alright, and they'll do the job. So it's just up to you what kind of guns you do prefer. But it is in my book one very damn strong and very fast heavy fighters, and maybe, I'm just saying maybe, guys, in the next month or so, when the German bomber line will arrive to World War planes, this plane will be more fun to play and more important, because the gameplay and the game style of this plane, because it's pretty darn maneuverable, it's very close to the US P-38s. I'll explain you what I mean. It's very close to this plane as well, which is very boom and zoom, and it's pretty darn maneuverable, and the guns are just fantastic. I love this plane as well. So even this one, and speed and gun firepower, it's pretty darn good. In matter of fact, because all the guns are here, I had just feeling that you take your targets a whole lot easier, even though that you don't have you have a mix of I have here the 23 millimeters and 4 12.7. Yeah, you shall I say, you take squeeze your target a whole lot faster, because all guns, 5 guns, are in the middle. However, for big heavy fighters, I do believe you do pretty good damage, but it takes longer for the US to take the heavy bombers, and other heavy fighters. But for that, I do believe this is the next step, and this is what I should compare. It's a lovely plane. I'll just talk about, you have different guns. You have 4 20 mils and 4 12.7. So over here you definitely have the edge of firepower and rockets and everything else too. Because even here, guys, you see here in the middle are all your guns, which basically means that in many ways this is even a better gun layout than the German. I repeat, gun layout, I do believe it's much better, and this is the plane normally I should compare with. It does not quite have the speed. Maneuver, it's actually sluggisher. It has less than 500, and the same thing with attitude. So you're not, king of sky like the BF 109, like the German ones counterparts. but you see gun armament, you have way, and also survival, you have more HP pool and better firepower, but not quite as good airspeed and maneuverable. You're more sluggish, and yeah, but it's still a strong plane. I do believe it's probably one of the most best plane to take down bombers, because come on guys, you have even more guns and you have a lot of rockets. You have more tools, you have more guns, you don't have quite a speed and high attitude, but I do believe same things goes. I will talk about make a special video about this plane as well, guys. So for now, thanks guys for watching. Please let me know what you think. Are you hype or what about bomber line will come to World Warship, and which plane you want to effective take them down? I honestly believe this is one of them, and the German the German heavies like ME 410 and oh, for the love of God, yeah, BF 109Z. Yeah, that's all I'd like to say for now. Subscribe to my channel, and always Captain's Fair Seas, and goodbye.